Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Graham, this is a caravan vlogger. Today's video, I'm going to go through the cost of a holiday in France with the caravan. Now we spent July, basically the whole of July in France, pretty much high season. And what I did, before I went, I applied for a Starling Bank card. Now my plan was to just use that card when I'm abroad, because we bank with Nationwide, and Nationwide, every transaction they charge I think 2% on every transaction. Starling Bank card, there's no charge for spending in euros, and you can just spend in euros, and it's linked up to a really good app, and when you spend anything you get a message from the app and it categorizes it very nicely. So it's very easy for us when we got back to actually work out how much it cost. And I'll be honest, we've been to France before, obviously not for a month, but I've been to France before and I've never really known exactly how much it cost. Now this time I do, and it's quite a surprise. I have here a little spreadsheet, very small spreadsheet, of how much it cost to spend, I think, 27 nights in France with the caravan. So there is quite a lot of now here's the thing, I'm going to do another vlog shortly on basically the cost of caravanning, because I don't know about you, but I was under the impression that caravanning was, in fact I think a lot of people buy caravans because they're relatively cheap holidays. I think, you see, I think relative is the key word here. I suppose if you compared a week in the caravan that you see in the UK, for instance, to, I don't know, a week at Haven, it probably would be a third the price maybe. So it should be fairly easy to keep costs down. So ferries, now because we live where we live, just north of London, we go from Dover to Calais. We get a flexi ticket. Now, a flexible ticket. Now this allows you to turn up 4 hours before or 4 hours after. So you might not want to get a flexible ticket. I think maybe it was £40, £20 each way extra. Now don't quote me on that, but I think if it was any more than that I probably wouldn't have got it. So anyway, so the return ferry was £266. Now in total we did 2,240 miles door to door, pretty much. That includes obviously driving there and back and driving round while we're there. Now we drive a 3-litre diesel 4x4 car, so I know other cars are going to do better miles per gallon. I think we probably get around 23, something like that, miles per gallon with it when towing. So the total cost of petrol was diesel rather, was £602. Pretty much most of the groceries I bought was on, as I say, this Starling card. So I have a good idea what we spent on groceries in the month, and that was £648. Now we very rarely eat out. Maybe we ate out twice. So you know, we're pretty much always using the Caddock and buying our own food. So that, I think that's probably a realistic cost on what we spent on groceries. So we took £400 in euros just as cash, places where if we couldn't use the card, or you know, just as for miscellaneous purchases. So that's £400. Now this is the bit of the shocker for me. Tolls. So I think it's probably 900 odd miles one way, and I would guess 90% of the roads we travelled on were toll roads. So again, this is probably as much as you're going to pay. We were right down south. I mean, you know, couldn't go any further south without going in the sea from Dover. So tolls were £251.54. Wow. I mean, that was quite a surprise. When, I mean, we use what's it, Emovis tag, I think they're called now, Emovis. You don't need to stop when you go through the I mean, they're really good thing to get. What it does mean is you don't pay anything while you're there. You kind of pay the month after, so you get a nice lump, or not very nice lump, taken out of your account when you get back from holiday. But there's a nice thing, you have an online account where you can go onto eMovies, the website, and see how much you've spent on through each toll, which is quite interesting. I mean, if you really anal about it, you could look at the map and see how far you travelled, and you know. I mean, there was one particular stretch of road which was really long, and that was 60 odd euros. So I've also got on my list, there's another £480 cash that we withdrew when we was out there, again with this Starling bank card. I looked at Monza, and there's a couple of others, a similar sort of setup, and Monza, I think it was something like a £200 a month cash withdrawal limit. And I thought I was going to be in France for a month, there's no way I'd just use it. So anyway, Starling allow you to take maybe £300 a day, which, I mean, it's effectively no limit for the kind of what we spend. So that's one of the reasons I use Starling as opposed to Monza. And then I think we've got lastly the costs of the campsites. So total for, I think, about 27 nights was £1,423 for the whole lot. So now where we stayed at, in fact, you know, I'll put a link into a vlog so you can see what the sites are like. But we stayed at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sites in total. I've got an average here of £52 a night. Quite a lot of money, actually, isn't it? It's probably what I'd pay at going to Love to Stay, and I always moan that's expensive. Again, height of the season, so that's you know. I'd have to say these figures have shocked me. So for the total we spent, I mean, I would say everything that we spent when we was in France is just a shade over £4,000. There you go. Wow. And somebody said Caravanning is cheap. Now, I mean, you know, these figures, you could obviously holiday cheaper than we do. Probably a state of shock when I did these figures, because I really wasn't expecting it to be quite that much. But again, it is 1 month away. Is it? I don't know. You let me know. Is it a lot of money? Put comments down below whether you think that's expensive. I mean, would you pay that much to spend a month in the caravan? Anyway, that's about all I've got to say for this vlog. I just wanted to let you know how much a month could cost you in France. If you look at that, so that's £1,000 a week here, isn't it? But that is for everything. Now, I've seen something like Haven, a static caravan. I've seen £1,000 a week just for the caravan, height of the season. So you know, what I'm talking about there is spending money, everything we spent, really. Well, it is exactly everything we spent. So I don't know. Again, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, short video. If you liked it, please subscribe. A thumbs up as well, we'll be grateful. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.